Hey, what's up? It's Dave. We never really do video stuff, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And I want to tell you a little bit about the origin story of Holsti and how it relates to a new product we're launching later this week. So the product we're launching later this week is the Holsti Reflection Cards. It's a deck of cards for meaningful conversation and self-reflection. And I think the seed for this idea really started when we first started Holsti. So when Mike and I first decided to quit our jobs back in 2009, there's actually a video on YouTube, which is really embarrassing. Don't look it up. And anyways, we both quit our jobs and to pursue Holsti, which at the time was a t-shirt company focused on making sustainably made t-shirts with a funky pocket on the side to hold your phone or your notebook. And yeah, fun idea for sure. We learned a lot in the process. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent, but yeah, so we both decided to quit our jobs at the same time because we were nervous to do it separately, so we kind of made this pact together. And we realized really quickly that we had to change our lifestyle to be able to afford to live in New York and try and start a company. So we made all these different lifestyle changes, including started biking everywhere. That was our number one mode of transportation. We stopped eating out. And as a result of stopping eating out, we realized we were seeing our friends less. So then we decided we were just going to host friends over all the time and host dinner parties. And as part of that, cutting back on expenses, but also the lure of bringing people to our apartments, we were doing them potluck style. So everyone was bringing a little dish, and we were just hosting them in our apartment, and it was a great way to connect with people. And we realized we were just actually spending more quality time with people than trying to shout over each other in a noisy bar. And so people were coming over, and we would start this tradition where everyone would answer one question at the dinner table. And it would be the same question, and we'd just go around the room. And it was a way to really deepen the relationships with people who we only just met or were acquaintances, and they quickly became much deeper. It was a really formative time in our lives. I know Mike and I have so many friends from that period. And that was really the seed that sparked this idea of building meaningful connections through questions. Now, fast forward to many months ago, Mike and I were actually sitting down with our parents and going through one of our more recent Holsti products. So we were going through one of our monthly guides. So every month we create a guide, and the guide has actionable items, discussion starters, and ideas, things to talk about regarding a specific theme. And at the time we were going through the intention guide, and we were going through as a family and just talking about what our intentions were for the upcoming year, and we look back on the past year. And there's also a section in each guide where there's different questions. So each of our guides has a bunch of questions in it. They're actually broken down to different levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, with the idea of getting deeper every time. So we're going through the guide with our parents, Mike and I, and we realized we were just learning so much about our parents. We were hearing stories we had never heard before. We were going deeper in a way that we hadn't, kind of understanding what their goals are, and sharing what our goals are, sharing the experiences that were really shaped us over the last year. And it was a really meaningful conversation and a memorable one. And it was a really good reminder for Mike and I that sometimes all it takes is just having the right question at hand to build this really meaningful conversation. So that, combined with the original experience we had at the dinner parties and the potlucks we were hosting, we decided we really wanted to go deeper on this concept. So this year, we were at our team retreat in February. We had a little team retreat in Austin, and we were talking about some of the different ideas. And this idea of these question cards kept bubbling up, and we decided, you know what, this year we're finally going to do it. And so that brings us to today, and we're finally doing it. We're launching the Holsti Reflection Cards later this week on Kickstarter. They're a deck of cards. It's about 100 plus questions. It's 52 cards. Each card has 2 questions on it. So there's an icebreaker, and then you can spin it around for a deeper, more meaningful connection. And each of the cards are color-coded for different themes. So it's the same themes that we use in all our work at Holsti. So we have intention, kinship, compassion, all the way through until reflection, and the cards follow that pattern. Really excited about them. I love the questions that we have. We've actually gone through thousands of questions, writing our own, reviewing other ones, combining them all into what we feel like are the best questions. So no matter who you're with, whether it's coworkers, friends, family, no matter what card you pick up, there's always a great question at hand. We're launching the Kickstarter later this week, and if this interests you at all, we'd love if you could support and pre-order a deck of cards for yourself and for your friends. More on that to come, but I just want to take this week's reflection to, explain why we're doing what we're doing. So thank you so much, and thanks for being a member of our community. We really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.